Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. We are going to be talking about graphing our equations in slope-intercept form. And so first we need to identify what slope-intercept form is. So slope-intercept form is a way for us to write equations to be graphed that form a line or linear equation. And slope-intercept form says y equals mx plus b. Now, the m, as we learned, was slope. The m is our slope. The x and y are going to stay as x and y. And the b is what we call the y-intercept. The y-intercept. And the y-intercept is a location on our graph. If you look at the image to the left, it is where the line crosses the y-axis. And this occurs when x is equal to 0. So it's going to be 0 and a number. And that number will be our y-intercept. So if we look at the example here, it says y equals 2x plus 6. 2 is our m. 6 is our b for the y-intercept. So we have a slope of 2 and a y-intercept of 6. So that's happening at 0, 6. So first we need to be able to identify these key features before we graph our equations. So first we just have some examples here identifying what the slope is and what the y-intercept is. And so if we look at y equals negative 4x plus 5, here is our slope. Here is our y-intercept. So our slope is negative 4. The y-intercept is 5. And our second example, slope and y-intercept. Slope is always going to be next to the x. So our slope is negative 2 over 3, and our y-intercept is negative 5. Be careful of that sign change there. Sign change making it a negative 5. Okay, so let's look at actually graphing this. First, we're going to write our equation. So we have been given our slope, which is m, our y-intercept, which is b. Just a reminder, y equals mx plus b. We are plugging it into this format. And so our equation would say y equals m is 1 over 4, x plus a negative 1. So this can simplify to 1 over 4x minus 1. Now that y-intercept is happening at 0, negative 1. I'm going to graph that point, 0, negative 1. We have our y-axis and x-axis in case you need to have those labeled. So this is our point 0, negative 1, our y-intercept. And for the slope, we are going to go up 1 and to the right 4 from that point. So from that 0, negative 1, I'm going to travel up 1 and then to the right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you want a second point or a third point, I should say, in order to graph this line nicely, you can go up 1, 1, 2, 3. I kind of run out of room. If you would like another point, instead of going up 1 and to the right 4, you can do the opposite, which is down 1 and to the left 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that gives me 3 points to be able to draw a straight line. And I'm not going to be as neat about this. There we go. So if we look at our points and that line, that is graphing our equation in slope-intercept form.